And straight off the bat, I have no idea where 99 actually is. Oh, this is lovely. Good morning, people of internet land. As you can probably tell by my voice, it's way too freaking early for this. You joined me our first day back from Thanksgiving break. And the last day of Thanksgiving break, I didn't drive my afternoon route because I was driving, where is it? That bus on a trip. And when I came back from the trip, 99 was nowhere to be found. And I was hoping in a week, maybe she would magically come back. But I see that's not the case. And I got here early enough that I could hunt it down and give it time to warm up because it is freezing cold out here today. Finally, we got some winter weather. But the downside to that is the shop is locked. The mechanics aren't even here yet. That's how early it is. And I have no earthly idea where 99 is. She does not appear to be here. I've checked through the main line. As far as I can tell, she's not here. She's not by the fence. These are all the buses we took on the trip. I don't remember seeing her in the sick bay even. So one of two situations has happened. Either the sub driver parked it somewhere else and didn't bother to tell me, or something broke and she's inside the shop and I just can't see because the doors are shut. And I'm really not sure which one of those situations we're gonna find ourselves in. I'm looking at the sick bay over there. There's not even any C2s in it. No C2s in the sick bay, so either 99's in the shop broken or not here. Or I just haven't found her yet. I'm about to walk down the front line again. But if that's the case, then that means I'm gonna get stuck on a spare bus today. Which is not particularly a good situation because spare buses have terrible heaters. The C2s are pretty good about heating up fairly quickly, but the spare buses are not. They do not heat up very quickly. In fact, it takes usually about half of your route before you can actually get them to heat up properly. So I'm just walking down the main line again to make sure I didn't somehow miss my bus. And exactly as the situation was a week ago, she's not here. So all right, I'm kind of at a lost cause now. I can't go check out a spare bus till somebody gets here, which that may be the dispatcher's getting here now. Until they get here, I can't check out a spare bus. And I'll probably have to walk around that way because until the mechanics get here, I can't even get in that door of the shop because it's locked. And my bus has disappeared off the face of the earth. So, yeah, today's off to a nice start. My coughing has more or less subsided. Thank you for everybody that was commenting, telling me to get well. I do appreciate it. My commenting, lol. my coughing even subsided, and then about the time it did, we went on a week-long break for Thanksgiving. So that's why there hasn't been any videos of buses, and because I've just been swamped editing for other things. So yeah, but I threw the GoPro on the charger last night, and I thought, you know what, it's the first day back, and I don't know if my bus is going to be there, and it's freezing, so why not attempt to do a video? So that's why you are currently strapped to my head, as you can see by the shadow right here. Maybe, I don't know. Let's go find a spare bus, shall we? That door is still locked. Here comes a mechanic now, I think. Yeah. So, under the assumption that he's about to unlock this door, I'm gonna go inside and try to see if 99 is actually in there to confirm my suspicions. And if that's the case, I will get a spare bus and then talk to you again in just a moment. Well, there is the horrible evidence of what I just confirmed to be true. So, we're gonna go get a spare bus. Right, update. We have keys for our spare bus. I have 99's magnet in my truck, so we will go slap this on the side of the bus. If you're wondering why I have that magnet with me, it's because I had to put it on the trip bus Friday, and Friday morning I had to run my route with my trip bus because there wasn't time to swap buses before we had to leave. So yeah, then after all that weirdness, I get back and find out that 99 has toasted herself. I just spoke to one of the mechanics. If you're wondering what actually happened, apparently while I was out, the turbo actuator started messing up again. Not the turbo itself, the turbo actuator. It's not the first time it's done that, but it started throwing red engine stop lights, which is bad. There's basically 3 levels of engine warning light in a school bus. There's like an orange check light, with the word check that is more severe, and then a red check light that says stop. If you see that light, or that light with any combination of them, the engine is in the process of derating itself, and you need to find somewhere to shut it off as quickly as possible. So basically that happened, unbeknownst to me. But that's okay. That's why I came here early, because I suspected something was up. So we are gonna go crank up 23 and pray to the good Lord above that the heaters on this bus are good. I've driven this bus in the winter before, but I don't remember if the heaters were good or not. And knowing my luck, the battery will be dead after sitting for a week. Put that there, put that there. You probably can't see anything. All right, let's see if we can get some basic power in here.
Location?
I can see the strobe light. Please, please, please stop. I do not need to hear that first thing in the morning. All right, which one of these is the dome switch, do we think? Is it that? Yes, it is, because I'm a genius. Not really. Ooh, paper towels. Yeah. All right. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're off to a good start. Throw that there, and we have a trash bucket. That's all I needed to know. It is chilly. What is it? It's 34 degrees Fahrenheit. So, in the span of about 2 days, we went from the 80s, temperature-wise, to the 30s. Welcome to Georgia. Our seasons are so unpredictable. Insanely unpredictable. I forgot, I think 23 has LEDs all the way around. Yay. I like that. Not that my personal preferences matter in this situation, but it's nice. You gotta celebrate the little things. Right. Oil, come hither. You notice different tactics to these dipsticks, whereas our C2s have the little like spring-loaded hook thing. This thing has a thing where you pretty much bolt it down to the engine, which is a little strange to me, but okay. Alright. I cannot see where the lines are. Maybe. Oh yeah, I can. There. Okay, we're fine. It took me a minute and I'm like, where's the lines? Oh, they're underneath the oil that's on it, which means we're fine. So I just sit here and bolt this thing back down. That's bus 35 that was in the fuel bay a second ago. Alright, that's good to go. I need a flashlight because ow, nearly dropped my phone because I can't see squat. Bus is covered in dirt down here, but other than that, everything looks fine on this side. Alright, we'll go around to this side. Oh, there's actually steam coming out of my lungs. Huh. Not steam. Steam would imply there's water in my lungs. It's whatever you call that. I don't know. Condensation? No, not condensation. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. What the heck? What bus is that? 32? Okay. RIP. 32's got the body just disintegrated right there. Okay. It's not ideal, but oh my gosh, that's slippery. There's ice on top of the hood that you can't really see. It looks like water until your hand hits right there and it's like, oh, okay, nope, that's ice. It's ice. Conveniently, this is actually the coldest part of the day because it's the last part of the night before the sun comes up. I don't know why I'm actually explaining this to you because you know how the sun works, so quit saying stupid things, Lane. Just drive your bus. What time is it? 6:09. Cool. We've got 20-ish minutes until we need to depart. So I'll throw that there, and so that I'm not blocking the defrosters, I'll move that for a second. That is literally just a piece of plastic around the sun visor. That's actually genius because you can move it and block the sun. So my bus hit 200,000 miles, and apparently this one is about to hit 300,000. Cool beans. All right. Hello, that's bright. There we go. Relays sound good. Everything else looks all right. There's the air alarm. Couldn't even tell that the bus had been sitting for a week. All right, get our lights on. Sorry, that was a random shiver. Oil pressure looks good. Obviously our water temp is not going to move for a while. Air is building. Alternator reading looks good. Engine sounds pretty good. Go for some fast idle. About 1,000 RPM, I guess. Inspection, pre-trip. And we go in here and we go to our odometer, which is 299.358. And we'll stick that in there, like so. And I'll leave that up until I can check everything else. Air pressure is doing fine. Oil pressure is doing fine. Right. Water boost pump can come on, and mirror heat can come on. These three are heaters. I think these three, and that's it. That's the rear heater. I just heard it crank up. Alright, let me see if I can reach the handle down here and make sure the water valve's open, which it is. Okay, that's not really ice, that's just condensation. That's good to know. Alright, let's try to do a walk around. We'll turn those on. Door to close. Close that. Check the ambers. Door open. And we'll go outside and we'll take this while we're at it. Alright, that looks good. Side lights look good. Make sure these tires are okay, because we know how my luck is with that. There's the exhaust pipe for you. Back end of the bus looks all right. Make sure that door moves, which it does. That sign's good. Check these tires. Side marker's good. Alright. Everything there is good. We'll close that and then override the reds so they go away like that. Let's take a quick gander back through the cabin. Somebody didn't sweep it out. That's good to know. Whatever, I don't really care. It's not that big a deal. As long as the heat works. That's what I told my dispatcher. She said, oh, I got several spare buses here. Do you have a preference? And I said, as long as it's not 42, because that Bluebird 42, the last time I drove that bus in the winter, none of the heat worked. So, yeah, that day sucked. All right, we'll turn those off, and that, and I will go in here and submit that like so. Are you driving a route? Yes. Search for 99. 99 morning. Resync route data. Yes. No, don't start the route yet, actually, because we're not leaving yet. Just about ready to get out of here. I think everything else is good to go. So we'll turn that off and dim that panel a little bit, because unlike the C2, International actually made their panel bright. Chilly, a little chilly. All right, let's get out of here. Stand on that, release the brake, air levels off, drive. The engine's not as warm as I'd like it to be, but due to me trying to hunt around for 99 and whatnot, I just made the best of what I had. I'm also trying not to turn because I cannot see where my tail is, because apparently the mirror heat on that side does not work. That's good to know. So we'll just wiggle through there. And get out of here. Here's a question for you. Why did International make the wipers go different directions? You end up with this weird, like, V shape in the middle of the windshield that can't get, the wipers can't reach it, and it's kind of irritating. Make sure I don't run this lady over. Alright, let's get out of here. It's too early for this crap. Yeah, we've had our time change now, which means for a little while the sun was up while we were starting our morning routes, and now it's clearly not. Listen to the 466. I think this bus, actually, I think IC as a whole is proof that the government needs to just let people do what they do best and quit messing around. Quit trying to regulate things as far as like emissions, because this bus has none of the regen stuff, none of the emission stuff. It's just the DT466 and that's it. The thing is, the government had to get involved and say, no, we need you to put this emission regulation stuff in there, which does absolutely nothing for reducing the actual carbon output of these buses, but they like to think that it does. And that ends up breaking all the time, and then we have an unreliable engine because the government got involved. The Max Force engine that everybody hates is essentially this with emission regulation. That's more or less the only difference. But no, the government had to get involved, and now International had a crap engine. Clear right, left, right, let's get out of here. See, what was wrong with that? Nothing. Not a darn thing. The water temperature still has not appeared to move, which is not problematic as such, but I thought it would have started climbing by now. But I guess not. Diesel engines actually don't do that well in the cold. Alright, which one is my door? Left side. Because I always forget, because some idiot decided to put the buttons on the steering wheel. Contemplate life, and here we go. Tails over the tracks, we'll shut the lights off. And away we go. Typically on the C2, you can idle them for a bit, but one of the faster ways to actually warm them up, you warm them up with idling to a certain extent, but then once you actually start driving, then they actually start really warming themselves up. And I kind of expected that to happen with this bus, and maybe it will, but so far it has not really happened. Okay, so I tried to push the sun visor up. Turns out that doesn't do much, because that thing just makes it fall down again, so I guess I'll leave it there. Blinky blink on the brakes. Please don't run up my tailpipe, car. Yeah, it's still very cold in here. I have a feeling my first few students are going to ask about it. Oi, can you turn on the heat, sir? Well, it is. So, do with that information what you want. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this kind of spontaneous vlog back into the rest of this semester after we've been away. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.